Hey everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be doing the first date book tag. I don't know who created this tag, but I'll link it down below. The point of this tag is you have different questions for different types of first dates. I decided to do this tag because Valentine's Day is coming up, so why not? So let's get started. Question 1. Awkward first date. A book that felt something off. It wasn't a bad book, but it had a lack of spark for you. I picked Spindle Fire by Lexa Highlighter. It wasn't a bad book for me. It's just it took me like a month to read it, even though it's, how many pages is it? About over 300 pages. Sorry about that. It's not like I didn't like the book or anything. It's just it took me a month to read it, and there's nothing wrong with the book or anything. It just took me longer to read. The next question is Cheap First Date. A book that is less than you expected. I picked Beowulf by I don't know who, but apparently when I first read it, it was for my literature class in college, and I expected like a cool story, but apparently it's like a really long poem, and I'm just like, and yet I'm reading it again this semester, but I'm just trying to get into the story just because it's like by verse, not by like a regular novel, so yeah. The next question is well prepared first date. Better than you expected, and I picked Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. When I first read it, it was for my literature class last semester. I wasn't expecting to like it at all, but then it turned out to be one of the books that I really enjoyed, and it was my top 10 books of the year last year, and just because I didn't expect to like it, and I ended up loving it so much, and plus I forgot how much I like romance books, because the only romance books I ever read was Nicholas Sparks, but Pride and Prejudice caught me by surprise. The next question is Hot But Dumb. A pretty book, but not so hot on the inside. I picked Spelled by Betsy Scow. I've tried reading this like twice already. I tried reading it physically a few years ago, and I tried listening to it on audiobook for the second time, and I really had to DNF it because I wasn't enjoying this story. I probably will try again, but most likely I'm gonna probably will unhaul it, but we'll see. The next question is Blind Date, a book that you didn't know anything about. I picked The Odyssey by Homer. I've read this last semester, and I just reread it this semester, and I honestly didn't know what the book was about until I took my literature class last semester where I read it, but I actually enjoyed the story even though I didn't know anything about it, so yeah, that was also surprising. The next question is Speed Dating, a book that you've read super fast. I picked The Beast Within by Serena Valentinko. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I don't know, but I've read this within a few hours because, like I mentioned in a few of my videos, I got this book while I was at Disney World last year, and I've read this within an hour or so once I was on my way home from Florida, because my family and I drove from Illinois to Disney World and back, and I really enjoy it. I didn't expect to read this that quickly. The next question is The Rebound, a book that affected you by a book hangover, and the next book kind of ruined the next book for you. I honestly don't usually get a book hangover per se, but I do sometimes get into a reading slump, but I don't have any books to pick for that question, just because, like I said, I usually get in a reading slump sometimes, but not book hangover per se, so I didn't pick any books for this question. The next question is overly enthusiastic date. Sorry, I mispronounced that word. A book that was trying so too hard. I'm thinking of a lot of books, but I mostly pick any of the textbooks that I've read for my literature classes in general. If they didn't grab my interest and I was forced to read them and I didn't enjoy it then, so I picked any of them. The next question is the perfect first date, a book that did everything right for you. I picked Everland by Wendy Spinelli. This is a Peter Pan retelling. It was just perfect, and I got into this knowing that I'm gonna love it because it's a Peter Pan retelling, obviously, but I just love how Wendy Spinelli took a classic fairy tale or classic and made an incredible retelling, so I picked Everland. The last question is humiliating first date. A book that you're embarrassed to admit that you liked. This is obvious. Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. In a few of my past videos, I said that I was a Twilight fan, and I'm not big of a fan of it. And I still like Twilight, but I'm just not much of a big fan of it like I am with the Hunger Games. So, yeah, this is embarrassing for me as it is right now, if you know what I mean. So that's all for the first date book tag. I know I want to take some people, but I can't think of anything. I didn't think of it before I filmed this video, but if I tag anybody, I'll link it in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below some of the embarrassing first dates that you have, or answer any of the questions that I mentioned in this video. And if you want to follow me on social media, I have Facebook under Lost Reader, and I have Twitter and Instagram on Lost Reader 19. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!